What's going on, guys? It's your boy Sinjin coming at you today with a Surge, Thrall, and Leyshrine guide today on the Isles of Siptah expansion for Conan Exiles. So no bullshit, let's just skip right into it. So currently right now I am sitting at the Leyshrine of the Serpent. This is going to be one of 3 Leyshrines that you can actually use. And the 3 are the Serpent, the Demon, and the Drowned. The other 3 Leyshrines, which would be the Birdmen, the Goblinoid, and the Fiends, those are actually destroyed. You can't use those to summon Thrall. Cool location to go check out if you just want that POI on your map, but they're practically useless. So the other 2 shrines here, the Demon and the Drowned, those are great locations. My personal favorite is Leyshrine of the Serpent. As you can see here, I am very elevated. It's kind of difficult terrain to navigate, so very easily defendable in the event that you're on a PvP or a PvEC server. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So the first thing that you're going to go ahead and do is make sure that that portal is open. Summoning surges will not work unless that is open. You can see how Tentacle comes down, summons wild surges. That's exactly what we want. That means the altar base for the Leyshrine is going to be charged. So here we are going to build these. Well, how do you build those, you may ask? Well, what you're going to go ahead and do is, before you do anything else, is you're going to go ahead and learn the Leyshrine research notes. As you can see on the right hand side, I learned the Delving Bench and Elder Constructions. I'll actually be covering the Delving Bench in another video along with Elder Vaults, so keep an eye out for that. But the Elder Constructions is what we need here. So we're going to go back to the Focus Altar Base, and we can see that we have a couple options here, and they all are associated with cardinal directions. So the interesting thing about the cardinal directions is that it's actually going to control what type of Thrall are spawned. So summoning the surges, you can get, command, like Black Dragon Commanders, which is a 3-star boss or 3-skull boss. But you can also get tier 1 Thrall as well, and everything in between. So these are actually going to control where they're from. So for instance, if we did the north, that's going to be mostly Veneer. But if we did the south, it's going to be Defari. So whichever you prefer, I'm just going to pick the center for now, just so we can get started. And then we're going to throw some decaying eldarium in here. This is what you're going to need to actually craft it. So we're going to go ahead and craft it up. And while that is crafting, we're going to cover what I have here. So these are lesser, I call them essences, or you can just call them, question marks. So you can see that the Leyshrine is charging up. We're going to wait for it to charge. Boom. Okay. But you can see that it's not charging up anymore. So what these are harvestable components that you get from mobs and monsters within the Maelstrom. Yeah, that big scary storm that summons in the middle. So these lesser ones come from, the trash mobs, the ones that are relatively easy to kill. And then the unstable ones are for the harder ones, those 1-star and I believe 2-star bosses. Now these greater ones, that's the cream of the crop when it comes to summoning Thrall, just because it makes it easier, and you'll see why here in a second. So these come from the 3-skull bosses within the Maelstrom. They only stack up to 20. They don't really weigh a whole lot, so you don't have to worry about it that much. But just make sure you bring a good bit. So where these come into play is you actually take them over here into the inventory, and you're going to see that they're going to craft Swirling Chaos. So the greater will craft 50 Swirling Chaos at a time, but the lesser ones will actually craft way less. I'm not really, as you can see here, it only crafts 1. So for the interest of time, we're just going to throw some in there really quickly, and then we're going to go through a couple of other things here. You can see that there's more swirling chaos here now. So you can see that this is almost charged all the way up. Oh, there he goes. Here's the last one. We're just going to wait for this to charge up, and then we're going to go out and see what kind of thrall we can get. So as you can see, it is crafting swirling chaos, and that is going to be enough. No, we put too much in there. You don't want to put too much swirling chaos in there, because after 1,000 you have the potential to summon a calamity. But you can see here, Tentacle Man is going to summon our surges for us. Boom. And there we are. So we have our portal summoned here. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, well, hey, I need to defend myself. So what we're going to do here is, this is the shutter controls. You do have to repair it. It's just 50 eldarium bars. Pretty easy to get. This is going to give you some range defense in the event that you get attacked. And then if we go down here below, you'll see that there is yet another lever. And this other lever is going to bring up the barricade controls. It's going to summon up a wall behind where we can get the thralls. It's going to give you some pretty good defense. So as you can see, the thralls are aggro, so don't just like walk up on them. I currently have God mode on, because it's instructional purposes. But just be mindful of that these people will try to kill you actively. So that's why the barriers are key in this case. As you can see, some of them have some really good stuff on here. This guy had, locust spawns, which give you Sand Reaper Queens and Sand Reapers as tameable creatures, which is huge. And I'm just using the kill command to get these out of the way here. Alchemical Base, Exquisite Meat, 7 Shade Bloom, really good stuff for pretty much minimal effort. Anybody could really do this just from farming vaults and decaying eldarium. So, you can get into the high tier pretty easily. I mean, you have to be able to kill these people, but this is only wave 1. There are multiple waves in these surges. So, I know I just killed those people, but let's go over, what if we see some thrall that we like? You know what I mean? So, let's say we want that Child of Jabal Zog, Archer 2. Well, we could use a Truncheon and beat the living fuck out of them, which is always fun. Or, there's an easier solution. So they are going to beat up on you while you're doing this, so you do have to be quick, and other players can take the eldarium out of the inventory. But if you go over here and put some decaying eldarium in the Surge Harvester, any thrall that are tameable in here, when you hit this switch, are actually going to go ahead and just get knocked out. See? He was an Archer 3. These guys, the veterans, they can't be tamed. These are not tameable thralls, so they didn't get knocked out. And then this guy over here, he briefly stepped out, so he unfortunately did not get tamed. But that's kind of just a rundown, and you're going to go through, kill everybody. It's going to summon multiple waves, and then at the final wave, you will get some really good stuff. Yeah, and that's kind of just the run through of it all. There are 3 different levels of surges, if I'm not mistaken. This is the most powerful one. They call it a powerful surge within the community, and I'm pretty sure that's just what Fun calls them as well. But that really covers all the thrall information. I'm not really sure that you guys need any more than that. And as you can see, these guys are pretty tanky. I mean, this isn't the best weapon in the world, and I don't have any points put in, so you're not just going to be coming up in here with, iron armor and, doing a powerful one. this is going to be something that you're going to have to work up to. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, or you gals have any questions, you know, definitely leave them down in the comment section below. Catch me live streaming Conan Exiles, Isle of Siptah at Sinjin TTV at Twitch. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I hope you guys have a good one. Peace.